Ever wonder who's out there making the world go round? It's truckers. Who unites baristas with coffee beans? Truckers. Who unites dogs with their favorite chew toy? Truckers. That's why Progressive offers truckers even more protection with Cargo Plus coverage to keep truckers moving right along. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not yet available in California, New York, and Virginia.
As a small business owner, sometimes it feels like no matter how much planning you do, there's always surprises, like an urgent, expensive repair. But here's a surprise you will like. With Progressive, small business owners save 13% on their commercial auto insurance when they pay in full. So enjoy a surprise for once. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Yay Networks. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and podcast co-host, Allen
Hey,
Evans.
Train in the house.
Walter to some. Actually, Walter to none. Except the tax office.
Walter to the tax office. Walter to...
The DMV.
The DMV sometimes. Walter to my mother sometimes.
Does she ever call you Walter, really?
If I say something very controversial or off-color or boorish, she will say Walter Allen.
And the thing is, Walter wasn't after anybody, right? They just pulled Walter out of thin air?
False.
It was after someone?
My dad's brother, my Uncle Kirk, is Walter Kirk.
Okay.
Now, where Walter came from before that, I don't know.
Why don't you ask your Uncle Kirk?
I should ask Uncle Kirk.
It's a simple question.
It's a very simple question.
Let's find out.
But
Maybe we'll reveal the answer next podcast.
Basically, I'm named after my Uncle Kirk, who
Right.
also goes by his middle name. Not that we don't like Walter. It's just...
We're just a family of people that goes by their middle names.
You included.
Me, my brother, well, that's all I can think of right now.
And it's a whip. I remember in grade school, first day of school, like in second grade, Walter, he. Who's Walter? He. Because like everyone's Michael, Sean, what are some other popular 70s names?
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. What are some others?
Mark.
Good call. I remember.
Gosh, I'm Skippy. No.
That was my dad.
I know.
That was my dad's nickname.
I was just trying to come up with something.
When my dad was a kid, I can't. I'll get the story wrong. I think his grandmother. He was always running around, so she called him Skippy, and then it stuck, and then
People call him Skip now.
He was Skip, yeah. And even today, there are certain friends that call him Skip.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable enough to call him that.
To call my dad Skip?
Yeah. I hear like certain, people younger than me call him Skip. It just feels
That'd be like me
odd.
calling your dad Jer.
Yeah, nobody calls my dad Jer.
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody really calls my dad.
I've never heard that once.
No one really calls my dad Skip.
No. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Anyway.
Speaking of parents, my mother celebrated her birthday. We went to brunch last week. That was lovely. Took Mama and Daddy to brunch for Mama's birthday, and then turned around and had my final 2 birthday celebrations. I don't mean to celebrate my birthday all month long. It just happens. But my old neighbors, Linda and Shirley, before my parents moved to Texas, they were like surrogate grandparents to my daughter. They're just the best. I feel so guilty. I don't see them more often. But Linda and Shirley took me and Mama to lunch.
Very nice people.
Lovely.
I designed a garden for them one
You
time.
You did.
Did they ever take any of that into account?
I don't know. You went over there and you gave them a drawing and a layout. And then at Bible study that same night, the Bible study lady surprised me and our next door neighbor, Stacy. Stacy and I were born the exact same year, just a few days apart. So they celebrated both of our birthdays at Bible study. So now I'm officially done with my birthday.
Stacy's
Officially.
birthday is close to yours?
Yeah, just a few days
That's
before.
right. I think I saw that on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. I'm glad that's behind me.
Who's next on the birthdays?
Cole, maybe?
That's right. I think Cole is 18.
Yeah.
The big one coming. One of the big ones coming up.
Yeah.
You got the 18, you got the 21, then after that,
30.
You got the 30, the 40, the 50.
Yeah.
And then you kind of start toning that down a little bit, right?
I guess so. Everybody's already talking about what I'm going to do for my next birthday.
Oh.
We haven't even gotten to your birthday this year yet. Your double nickels.
So y'all are trying to skip me?
I would never skip you. I would never do that to you. It's a very important, big deal. But that's going on. What else is coming up? Oh, this week we've got the weather in Texas is so weird right now. It goes from a record high the other day to now raining, cold, thunderstorms, hail predictions. I was supposed to go to happy hour last night with my friends John and Bradley and drink martinis, and then they were like softball size hail predicted, so we canceled, and then nothing happened up in our neck of the
It got
woods.
sunny.
It got sunny.
Yeah.
So I missed out on good martinis, but that's why I feel so good today. So there's that. But this weekend, thankfully, Sunday, my nephew Jesse is getting married to Priscilla. Lovely, lovely, lovely couple. And on Sunday, it's supposed to be a beautiful day. Sunny, low to mid 70s. That sounds like our wedding day, which was so weird because we got married on July 1st. And that morning it rained, but it made everything so nice and cool. It was such an unseasonably cool July day for our wedding. So hopefully they had the same beautiful day for theirs.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I woke up and my job that day was to hang out with the boys. And I remember I took them to McDonald's. That was our pregame meal. And I remember I woke up, it was overcast. And I'm thinking, oh no, is it going to rain? And then, like Kelly said, as the day went on, it was nice and mild. And
no humidity.
Yeah, just a beautiful day. And then in July, seriously?
I know. It was crazy.
It was like low 80s and just gorgeous.
It
Perfect.
was. We got really lucky. And we told everybody we were getting married at my friend's country club. She was able to get us in there. And everybody was like, oh, they just assumed we were going to get married outside. I was like, I don't know why y'all thought that. People do try to get married in Texas outside. You can't do that after May. You just can't. It's unbearably hot, but people do it. I've been to some outdoor weddings and it's been rough.
There was a wedding down here. I didn't tell you, babe. There was, every time I walk down to Windhaven Park, there's always something festive going on.
Yeah, they have a covered like party area
Big
there.
pavilion or something.
Pavilion, yeah, that's a good word.
And if you live in Plano, Texas, USA, God's country, you may look into it and be able to rent it out. I don't know.
I don't know if it's free or not. I've seen all sorts of stuff down there. They've had mariachi bands.
Yeah, I went over there the other day and I'm walking and there's a photographer with a couple and I look over and boom, there's this kind of like little explosion and all this pink smoke goes everywhere.
It's a girl.
Like little gender reveal. And then I walked down there a couple of days ago and there's a wedding being prepared for. They're setting out a tile floor.
Wow.
Flowers.
I would imagine they have to rent that.
Like
but
they're
I
doing
don't
a
know.
wedding there. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And what else is coming up? Oh, this week. Not that I don't know. I've been nominated for an award. But let me just say right now.
Dime.
This is the same award I lost last year.
Oh.
So I'm not really
Yeah, but
expecting
isn't
too much.
this the one where they nominated you, but then also nominated like
The morning
you
show.
and the whole morning show?
And the whole morning show. Boss man was like,
Ah.
oh, we have a better chance of winning. And
Amen.
it's like, well, or you split the votes. But I don't know. Not that but I'm not really, I know who I'm up against this year.
Amen.
It's like, it used to be called the Awards, the American Women in Radio and Television. But now I think they just call it American Women in Media. I think that's what it's called. But it's their Awards of Excellence. And they honor people in radio and television, salespeople, managers, on-air personalities. That would be me. And so I'm nominated. So it's really, really nice to be nominated. So I'm going to go. I'm going to wear, I think the theme is like Copacabana or something. And if y'all know me, I've got a real colorful, bright wardrobe.
What is Copacabana?
I don't know. It's like something like that. It's like,
Copa-
what's another?
Coca.
It's like that. It's not Mardi Gras theme. It's like that island theme. I can't think of the name. It's not Copacabana, but it's something along those lines.
It's not High Plains, chic, boho. What was that thing we went to that one time? And I was
we
trying to
went
figure out, like, what am I supposed to wear?
Cowboy boho chic or
Cowboy
something.
boho.
Western boho
Western
chic.
chic.
That was tough, but we pulled it off.
Yeah, we
pulled
did.
it off. So anyway, I got to do that, and I'll let you know next week if I win or if I lose again. And you know what? I'll be honest. It's embarrassing when you lose. It's really embarrassing. So we'll see.
You're always a winner to me, babe.
I appreciate it, but it is kind of embarrassing. You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaiza color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich.
Ever wonder who's out there making the world go round? It's truckers. Who unites baristas with coffee beans? Truckers. Who unites dogs with their favorite chew toy? Truckers. That's why Progressive offers truckers even more protection with Cargo Plus coverage to keep truckers moving right along. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not yet available in California, New York, and Virginia.
And what else? I'm trying to just go through the list of everything we've got going on. Oh, Emma Kelly's coming home from school. She's wrapped up her freshman year. Thank the Lord. It's been a doozy, but I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her. She has lined up a job interview next week. And, while all through her senior year of high school and, after she graduated her summer year, I said, you need to get a job as a hostess at a restaurant. I thought it'd be really good for her to work on her. It's like learning how to deal with the public, communicate with people. Even though you're just saying, how are you? How many, right this way, you're still learning communication skills. I thought it'd be really good for her. And they make really good money if you get in a good restaurant. And I had the owner of a restaurant and said, yeah, I'll talk to her. I'll probably give her a job. Wouldn't do it. Well, you know how it is. There's something about that. And I get it. You don't want it to come from your parent. You want to kind of do it on your own, So she and her sister actually worked it out where she's got a job interview. I don't want to say the name of the restaurant, but we're going to go out. She's coming in Thursday night. We're going to go out Friday, and we're going to get her first professional interview outfit.
All right.
I'm very, very excited.
It's exciting.
And hopefully she gets it. If not, she's going to have a very nice professional interview outfit for the next job she interviews for.
She can be the hostess with the mostest?
I hope so. It'd be good for her.
What was the first professional interview you ever had?
Oh, I can't remember.
Can you not?
I've worked since I was like 11 or 12 years old. My parents always had.
11 or 12 years old?
I was tall and I loved making money.
What were you doing?
Selling shoes.
Working in a coal mine?
No, selling shoes. My parents had the shoe place.
What was the name of that shoe place?
The shoe place. And then he had a car lot called the car place.
Were there other businesses?
Well, he had Go West. No.
Yeah.
Alan,
yeah.
No.
Come on. This brings me so much our listeners so much joy. They've got.
All right. Stop looking at me. Don't look at me.
We've got.
Okay, stop. We've got, oh Lord, hats and belts and boots, jeans and shirts and Western. Wait, you threw me off. We've got hats and belts and boots, jeans and shirts and Western suits, all the finest Western wear. Go West.
Go West.
Go West. We got the finest Western wear. Go West.
Go West.
Them good old boys gonna treat you well. Go West.
Go West.
Don't settle for less. Then go West. That's Go West at the
Let's
Florence
go
Mall.
west at the Florence Mall.
Let us
bring out the cowboy in you.
Okay, there you go. Gosh, I hate it.
We haven't done that in a while.
It's been a minute. Okay, so anyway, I think then I know I went to work at Belk Department Store. I remember doing that. We talked about that last week when I found out, Simon LeBlanc got engaged. That's where my knees buckled. So I did work. Oh, I remember there was because it was a department store and I worked in the women's department, but I wanted to work in one of the fun young people clothing departments, And so I'd go down to the stores and I would just beg for a job. And I was just like, I was so excited to work and I never got one of those. I honestly think it's because I'm not putting myself down. I think it's because I was overweight. I
For
was
what?
really
No,
for
for
some
what?
of these trendy clothing stores
Oh, come on.
at the mall. I think really that's what it was because the lady was so nice to me and I would go in there and I would, really, I wasn't shy about trying to get a job. I love making money, but I think it boiled down to I didn't fit the look for that store.
What?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
You were ahead of the game, babe.
Ahead of the game. How?
Yeah. I mean,
What does that mean?
all bodies are beautiful.
Oh gosh. I'm just saying that's the way it was back then. And so I did that. I also interviewed for a job at doing data entry at Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'd say I got I was really good. I got entering claim numbers. I did that for a while. What else did I do? Oh, I also waited tables when I moved to Atlanta to be an actress. Mm-hmm. It was just starting out to be like, right now, a lot of filming is done in Atlanta, but then it was just starting out. Mm-hmm. And so it was an easier move for me to do that than to go to LA. And I waited tables at Ruby Tuesday and then JB Winberry. So I've, and then radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my trajectory.
That was a good
as interesting as it is.
Very interesting.
But I think I did interview pretty well. I think I did.
I think my first real interview, meaning I had to dress up, and I remember I was in Lubbock, I was about to graduate, and I interviewed for a job in Dallas, or I was going to interview for a job in Dallas, but I didn't have a tie. I didn't have a button-up. I didn't really have a button-up shirt or a coat either, or slacks, or dress shoes. So
you had to go outfit shopping?
Remember
shopping?
that dude who used to do the Men's Warehouse commercials?
Yeah.
What was their slogan?
Oh gosh.
You're gonna love. What did he say? Why am I talking like Boss Man George?
You're right. It was something like that. I guarantee it. Or
I
something.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
That was what he said. I guarantee it. You're gonna find something. Maybe I guarantee it.
Something
Remember
like that? Yeah.
Anyway, I remember seeing those commercials all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna roll.
Men's Warehouse.
Roll to Men's Warehouse. I remember rolling in there in 1993. I'm like, I need an interview outfit, but I don't have a lot of money. So he pointed me this direction. I remember it was kind of looking back, I'm like, is this 90s style or was he just selling me cheap stuff? But it was like a tweed blazer.
Well, you told him you didn't have much money.
Yeah. Tweed meaning it wasn't silk. It wasn't smooth. It kind of was rough, Kind of like a
burlap. You got a burlap jacket.
Kinda. It was like dark brown, I remember.
Probably tweed.
And then I remember just kind of a neutral shirt. And then olive pants.
Can fly. That was the 90s.
With pleats.
Yes.
And cuffs.
Wow, it was the 90s.
Loafers.
You got it all at Men's Warehouse?
All at Men's Warehouse.
Wow.
And then I remember.
Did he sell you a bundle? Like,
I think it was,
yeah.
babe. I think it was. And I remember the tie because it was a purplish, like maroonish purplish tie, and it was paisley.
Oh.
So I remember thinking now, like the company I was interviewing at was it was a very conservative company. In fact, when I first started there, we had to wear ties. And the only day you couldn't wear a tie was Friday. That was casual day.
Yeah, casual Fridays.
But there was no jeans. It was just like you didn't wear your tie. So they probably saw me roll in there thinking, who is this guy?
But you got the job.
Got the job. Interviewed twice, got the job.
There you go.
I did. And
Good suit.
And that set my trajectory. In fact, had I not taken that job, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Well, I'm glad you took that job, honey.
Are you?
I mean, we could say that about anything. I could have not interviewed for the job in Dallas and I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
One of our live studio audience members, Christy Kincaid Norris, friend of the podcast and one of our very, very, very best customers. The slogan was, "You're going to love the way you look."
I guarantee it.
Guarantee
there you go.
it. There
There
it
you go.
is.
Thank
There it is.
you.
Thank you,
you for
Christy.
filling in the blanks there.
Thank you, Christy.
So the only other thing that's coming up that I want to talk about is Saturday, May 2nd is International Female Ride Day.
Wow.
So my friend Sarah and I, we used to be in a gang called the Chitlin Gang that we talked about.
We still are in the gang, aren't we?
Hasn't the Chitlin Gang disbanded,
Well,
or are we
there's-
just down to 3?
No, we're down to 3.
So are we still calling ourselves the Chitlin Gang? We need to come up with another name. The Chitlin Trio?
No,
The Chitlin 3?
We can still be the gang.
I don't know.
How many people were in Cool in the gang?
And they just kept replacing people, right?
And which one was Cool?
He was the bassist, I think.
Is that true?
I think so. Anyway, where was I? Oh, so International Female Ride Day. So Alan went out with us the other day to film some stuff, to kind of promote it because we were ambassadors for Can-Am Riker. And we had the most fun. Do you not think we have fun?
Who puts you up to all this
You
fun?
do.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
I started jumping up and down at the dealership, but now it's become like a running bit.
I was the one that told you to jump up and down, but whatever.
Well, I don't
Whatever.
remember,
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm
fine.
the one that's putting my body through all that damage.
Together we have fun.
It is a lot of fun. So it's a day to just encourage women to get out there and ride no matter where you are in your riding journey. Maybe right now you just have a bicycle. That's okay. Get out there and ride. They're trying to encourage women to, be more empowered to get involved in motorsports and for equality in motorsports. And, getting the 3-wheel vehicle, the Can-Am Riker, it's been really fun. And I know Sarah, she talks about how much happiness and peace it's brought her through a very tumultuous time in her life, and just to get out there and ride and just forget about what's going on in your life for a while. It's really been really nice.
Let me pull back the kimono a little bit. Let's pull it back and reveal all. We haven't done that in a while.
Well, be careful.
Now,
let's reveal our business.
Yeah. Now, I've talked about a lot over the years how much I enjoy riding and why I do, and I've given reasons for that, and how for me, it makes me focus on something, and there's no phones and there's no outside distractions, and I'm really just in the moment. And I just love the feeling, right? It's just a great feeling, and it makes me happy. For real question. Since you've been doing this, and you haven't been doing it, too terribly long, but
Couple years.
Couple of years, yeah. But since you've been doing it, I've been really impressed with how Kellie has done it, meaning last year, she did 800 miles on this Riker with this little tiny windshield. It's not really meant for long trips, but she took it on a long trip.
I don't know any different.
And after the trip, we go all the way down to the hill country and back. And I'm looking at Kellie like, man, that is impressive.
Thank you.
But my question is, how do you feel when you're riding I guess not as a woman, but
as a woman.
What does it bring you? Like, what do you feel when you're riding? Why do you do this? Why do you like it or not like it? Tell us.
Well, I don't not like it. I mean, I don't love it if it starts raining. I feel great.
But you've ridden in the rain.
But I have ridden in the rain. When the very first day I picked up my Riker and had to ride home, it was pouring rain, but I had to do it, because it feels that rain can hit you and it kind of hurts sometimes. But that's the biggest downside. The other biggest downside is when it's boiling hot outside. As long as you're moving, because people are like, you see people before I was a rider, You see people riding and they're wearing all this gear and these jackets. You're like, they must be boiling up inside. But actually, the jackets are vented, so there's airflow. It's when you stop at a stoplight and you're just sitting there and the sun's beating down on you. That's when it's really uncomfortable. But other than that, I just feel real badass on it.
Real badass.
Yeah, I
So it's a
do.
feeling of power.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Uh-huh.
And I don't need, and I do enjoy riding on the back of your bike. I love that. There's something about being, and I know girl power, women power, whatever. I like feeling a little bit submissive in that when
Whoa.
see, I can't have it.
Oh.
I'm just saying,
No, you
I
can-
like being in the weaker position where
Oh.
the man's taking care of me and he's in control. I like that sometimes, but why can't you have the best of both worlds? Then I turn around, then I'm the one in control. And I, am in the one in the power position. So I like both. I have the best of both worlds. I get to ride on the back of yours and I get to ride my own.
Okay.
And I'm not worried about tipping over. See, that's another thing too. I feel like on 3 wheels, honestly, I sit there and I can rock back and forth. I'm not flipping over. And I like that feeling. And I also feel like people see me because it's a bigger bike. It's bigger and more substantial. So I feel more seen on the road.
Okay.
So that's the things I love about it. And
Do
Sarah,
you think
might
about
have her
anything
own.
when you're riding, or?
I know you listen to music and stuff. I don't listen to anything. I want to be able to hear the traffic noise around me. And so I sometimes I'll sing, sometimes I'll pray, sometimes I'll just think, but I ride with no noise.
Sometimes we have our headsets connected
Yep.
so we can
I
talk.
don't sing then because I don't want you hearing me singing. That'd be weird.
Okay. I guess one thing I can talk about. So I have a buddy who has a friend, and his father, long time ago, bought a motorcycle, and his dream was to ride this motorcycle to Colorado, and he never did it. He just never had I guess he'd never had an opportunity to
Put
do
it off.
He put it off.
off.
And then he started having some health issues.
And he couldn't.
And then he couldn't at all.
Yeah.
And then he never was able to do it. And I guess what I'm saying is, if you've ever, and look at Kelly, I mean, she's not later in life, but
I'm a little later.
in adulthood, she picked up this new hobby, which she loves. And same with me too, a little bit later in life. And I guess not the lesson, but the tidbit might be to take away from this is, it's never too late to try something that you've never done before. Even if you're like, man, I'd never be able to do that, or that's not really me, or you never know.
You never know.
Until you try it, if you'll like it. And
That's right.
I think that
So it's a great time if you're a woman, go to a dealership, schedule a test ride, or just, ride however you can on Saturday, May 2nd. That would be awesome.
there you go.
All right. I thought it was really fun last week when we talked a little bit about things that are important to me, and that would be entertainment and celebrity gossip. So I thought I'd see how Alan feels about a couple of bigger stories that have come out this week. Maybe not the biggest stories, but some interesting stories.
Is this tidbit news?
Well, celebrity tidbit news, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did we used to do tidbit news?
No, you did. You did.
We
Tidbit,
did that
no,
on
you
the
did
radio?
Tidbit
I don't
news on the
remember where I
radio.
do what.
You did tidbit news on the radio.
I did. Okay, so first of all,
we do people love lists.
yeah. With the Michael Jackson movie debuting, Michael, the biopic, it debuted at number 1. They were originally predicting it would make about $50 to $60 million. I think it made over 90 million, 97 million. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But because of that, even if you didn't go see the movie, it's got people like remembering Michael Jackson music and going and downloading and streaming it. And they said because of the Michael Jackson movie, streams are up for Michael Jackson's music by about 98%.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And the number 1 song, the most streamed Michael Jackson song.
Because I want to be starting something.
Nope.
You got Billie Jean.
Yep.
Is
Billie
not my
Jean.
love.
Billie Jean is the most streamed one. And then they said the Jackson 5 music's been up about 85% as well.
ABC.
That's some good stuff. So that's really interesting. My daughter asked me if I would go see Michael with her, and I'm kind of torn. I'm in the camp that Michael did bad things. That's just, opinion based on what I've seen, heard, pictures, stories I've heard. And I know a lot of people did take advantage of jumping on the train and, accusing, and maybe they weren't victims, but I believe there's too much smoke for not to be a little fire somewhere. So but she wants to go see it. And everybody I've talked to that's seen it said, they don't get to that part where he's accused of messing around with a young boy.
Because
that
wouldn't make for a very fun to watch movie.
Well, Alan, they actually did have it in the movie, but then producers realized there was a clause. He had a settlement with one of these children and his family, and the clause was that story could never be depicted in a movie. And so they had to throw out the whole end of the movie and reshoot it with a different alternative ending. And I think it just ends with his, I want to say, bad tour. So anyway,
because I'm bad.
From what I'm hearing,
you know it.
It's a wonderful movie. Very, it's upsetting because he was, horribly abused by his father as a child, which impacted the way he developed mentally and emotionally. Doesn't excuse what he may or may not have done with young minors. But, they have some people that say, I was around him, never touched me. And then you have others that say he did. I don't know. I don't know which side I follow. I lean more towards the fact that he probably did some stuff that's not good. Anyway, my daughter wants me to go see it with her. And I told her I love her, so I will.
Okay.
There's that.
I think I might skip that one and just have you give me the high points.
Yeah, you don't care that much, do you?
I remember in junior high, though, the summer before I go to junior high, this would have been 1984, I rolled with my mother to J.C. Penney.
Yeah?
And we run out of there with a big load of parachute pants.
Yeah.
And
did you have a zipper jacket?
Yeah, and members only and 80s clothes.
Yeah.
And I was highly influenced by MTV.
Everyone was. What
Michael Jackson was wearing. I remember that Michael Jackson. That's the memory I have. The red jacket in Thriller, that was a time. And then I kind of, after junior high and high school, kind of didn't listen to him anymore. And then later
got to Metallica and all that.
Then I started, I moved from pop and into more of the heavy stuff. But I missed that Michael Jackson.
Yeah, me too. Another thing we probably didn't realize how special it was when we were living it was Friends being on TV. And when they first started doing that show, each one of the main core six made $22,500 per episode. That's good money. They would, do 22 episodes per season. Great money. But if you remember, infamously, the cast banded together, and for the final two seasons 9 and 10, they each earned $1 million per episode.
I remember that.
And they also negotiated contracts that got them residuals.
For the syndication?
For syndication, yes. Now, we were, earlier this year.
Perpetuity.
Isn't that the right word?
So they mailbox money until they kick the bucket.
I don't know how. I don't know what does it pass on to their estate after that? I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know, but I know they still get residuals. But it was like James Vanderbeek, before he died, we found out, he did some interviews and he said, I'm not getting that kind of money from Dawson's Creek. When we were young, you signed these contracts that, get you paid pretty good. But they didn't get the Friends money, right? So they were having to really hustle, and he had to really work hard to provide for his family at the end of his way too soon death. Anyway, Lisa Kudrow was just doing an interview talking about all sorts of things that went on behind the scenes of Friends, how the writers it was really a bad situation. But she revealed that her residual checks for her and the rest of the cast, because remember, they all made the same, they get $20 million per year just from residuals from Friends. Can you imagine?
I can't, because I'm a thousandaire. I'm not a millionaire.
And then, but it doesn't matter. You have all the money in the world, and you still had so much profound sadness among some of the members of that cast. It's just just was mind blowing to me. $20 million a year to do nothing. You worked for 10 seasons. Put in the work, and you could coast. They all still work, but except for, Matthew Perry, who passed away.
$20 million a year.
A year. Isn't that unbelievable?
It's good money.
I can't even imagine. And the last thing I want to talk about, which I saved the best for last or the creepiest for last. Ray J?
Remind me.
Sexy can I just pardon my manners? Dun, 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 dun. Ho! Sexy can I? It's Brandy's brother. He was the one in Kim Kardashian's sex tape. Kim and Ray J.
Got it. I've seen his work.
Oh, no, you have not. Have you seen Kim and Ray J's tape?
I mean, this was,
Be honest.
how long ago was this?
20 years ago? I don't know.
I think I've seen a small, grainy
All right, whatever.
digital file that somebody sent me, and I didn't ask for it.
Right. Okay.
And I double clicked on it. It said like Kim.mpg or something. And I'm like, Kim.mpg? What is that? Double click on it. I'm like, whoa.
Hello, Ray J.
Whoa.
All right. Well, Ray
My
J, in
man.
a new interview, he says he has slept with approximately.
You got to change your voice.
No, I not. 12,500 women in his lifetime.
Bullshit.
How old is Ray J?
You can do the math on this.
You have to look up. Well, somebody did. He said, let me just read it real quick. He said the number built up largely during the height of his music career, especially touring. He estimated he had relations with between 5 to 10 women per day at times. How?
That's a bunch of bullshit.
He described previously hitting a milestone of 10,000, and he had a huge party at an adult club called Booby Trap. And according to him, hundreds of women, around 450, 500 women that he says he slept with showed up for this party. And he took care of a lot of those numbers that same night. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite. It's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day. That food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich.
I've never understood the guy that comes out and said he's done 12,500 women. Or
Didn't like Wilt Chamberlain first was infamous.
Wilt, I believe Wilt more than I believe this guy.
Oh, Wilt, I don't even believe that.
You don't believe Wilt?
No. He did that same high number, didn't he?
It was something like that.
It's like physically impossible. Ray J is 45.
I mean, I can imagine Ray J sitting around with a group of 10 women, and then he does the whole Dan Bilzerian bit. It's like, you come with me. And then he said he did it. He knocks that out of the park.
5 to 10 women per day at times. He says now he is slowing down with age and he may only have about 1,000 more. But you have to remember, do you remember earlier this year, Ray J is a cuckoo bird. His sister Brandy didn't even have him at her Walk of Fame ceremony about a month ago. Ray J claimed at the beginning of the year that he has about a year to live. He said doctors have told him his heart is only functioning at 25% capacity because of excessive alcohol and substance abuse. So he said he was going to do all these treatments in foreign countries and stuff, but he said he's probably not going to live. Then on Valentine's Day, he was performing in Shreveport, probably adding to some of his numbers that night. And there was a photographer there, and his name was Tommy Nard. And he claims that he's filming the event, right? He said he saw Ray J lying down behind the DJ booth and putting something on his face, some red substance. When he got back on the stage, everybody was reporting that Ray J was bleeding from his eyes. And he's like, I saw you put that fake blood up there. Ray J's trying to make everybody believe he's dying. And yet at the same breath, he's telling us, but I'm going to sleep with 1,000 more women. He's got to really hurry because he says doctors don't expect him to live past next year.
So we're going to believe this guy that spreads the fake blood like a pro wrestler.
Oh, his rep and Ray J denied it was fake. They were like, we don't do that. He's like, I've got videos proving you did that.
So this cat says, I did 5 to 10 women every day for how long?
At times, at the
What
height
does
of his
at
career.
times mean?
He said at the height of his career.
Like, is that once a month? Is that
I don't know,
a couple
when
of
you're on
times a
tour.
week? Is
when
that
you're on tour? I don't know.
You know, as a dude hearing this story, I'd want more details. I hear you, bro, but how did you do this?
Well, I want to hear from all these women who would admit to it. You know, that's what we even issued that challenge on the radio, on the Kid Craddock morning show.
Nationally
we were like,
syndicated.
if you have been intimate with Ray J, please let us know. And nobody called. Nobody did. So that proves
Well,
it.
would somebody really fess
Well, I
up?
mean,
Or
we can disguise their voice and their name.
you can disguise their voice. That's a good thing.
Or they could just pretend to be British. That's easy enough.
How does that sound?
You just talk like that. I don't know. Put me on the spot.
Is that Irish?
I don't know. When you're looking at me, it makes me weird.
Why?
I can do stuff in front of other people, but I know you're going to make fun of me, so I just like,
I'm not
crumble.
making fun of you.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, talk London. Go talk British. Do it. It makes me feel weird.
Was that me?
Yeah, it's like, go ahead, babe. Go ahead, do it.
Is that what I do?
Yes. Yes.
Go.
Yeah, do it. That's what you do.
Go, babe. Do it. That's what I do?
You just did it 15 minutes ago when you made me sing Go West.
You sung what?
I'm not doing that again. So anyway, that's just some of the highly interesting entertainment
That's good
stuff
stuff,
going
babe.
on
That's
this
good
week.
stuff. The only other pop culture tidbit I can add is the Mike Vrabel drama continues to roll. The latest I saw was poor guy is now being followed by paparazzi.
Oh, yeah, and his wife, too.
And his
man.
wife, he was in an airport gift shop purportedly buying some gifts for his wife.
Well, he was looking at some sweatshirts or something. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I just, I feel bad for the wife. She didn't ask for any of this.
kinda feel bad.
Paparazzis are following her.
I kind of feel bad talking about it. It's just so wheels off.
It's dirty. It's
Yeah.
just dirty. But you said you had a couple of letters you wanted to read
Oh,
before we
letters?
bring it home for Jerome,
Wait,
as Alan likes to say.
Whoa, okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we just have a few letters. I'm working with my backup glasses here, so not sure how this is going to go.
You want me to read them?
But we're going to... No, I think I can do it here. This first letter is from Vanessa. Subject, loving desperately is reaching others. I like that. Hi, Kellie and Allen.
Hi.
I'm currently working in Guam.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And so my connection to my family back home is through a video messaging app called Marco Polo.
I've heard of that.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
So we can update each other without worrying about the time difference.
I remember Susan and Craig, our friends Susan and Craig, tried to get us to do Marco Polo. And I was like, why?
I don't remember this.
It's a while back. And I was
Really?
like, why? Because we're right here.
Is there an advantage?
I just remember they used to from
Beyond-
what I understand, it was like audio recordings
Oh.
and stuff. And there might have been video recordings too, but I remember they would just send, it's like voice notes. It's like, I didn't get it, but maybe Marco Polo has changed.
I wonder what the advantage of that is.
Well, she's also international.
Yeah, I know she is,
Yeah.
but like, why would we just not like text videos?
Exactly.
I don't know.
We ended up not. I ended up killing that.
Really?
I'm the bit killer. I'm
Oh,
the
you-
Marco Polo killer.
You killed that bit? Well, good.
I'll have to ask her about that
'Cause
if
I
she
don't-
and Craig still do it.
Because I'm usually a bit encourager.
You do love a good bit and a bad bit. You just love
My
bits.
husband is a living,
He'll
walking,
beat a bit to
talking,
death,
breathing
y'all.
bit.
That's right.
Okay, you were talking over the drop here, so let me do this one more time.
My husband is a living, walking, talking, breathing bit.
That's right.
We'll just let our listeners decide. Okay, sorry, Vanessa. We're getting back
if
to
you
your.
didn't hear, I said he beats a bit to death.
We're getting. Oh, like that stuff that comes out of an orange.
You admit it.
Plup.
Pulp.
Oh, I thought it was plup.
No, it's pulp.
Do you like orange juice with or without plup?
You know, every once in a while, I don't mind a pulp. I like chewing on something every once in a while. I don't like drinking my calories. I'd rather chew my calories. So if I've got pulp in the orange juice, I'm also eating my calories.
I thought it was
chewing them.
I thought it was plup.
No.
I'm currently working in Guam, and so my connection to family back home is through a video messaging app called Marco Polo, so we can update each other without worrying about the time difference. Recently, I had just finished listening to an episode of Sandwich and Some Lovin' before sending a message to my mother, who was at the time visiting my 97-year-old grandmother, who, by the way, still lives at home by herself,
Wow.
and God bless, still has all her facilities.
Wow.
When I went to end my recording and decided to borrow your tagline of loving you desperately, and my mom and grandmother got such a kick out of it that I had to share it with you both. Not only do you always put a smile on my face, but now in the hearts of others. Hope this also brings a smile to your hearts as well. Feel free to share. Loyal listener of the Kid Craddock Morning
That's
Show
sweet.
since the 90s.
Thank you.
And now a beloved podcast family member, Vanessa of Louisiana. BR.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. What's the matter with me? Baton Rouge. Louisiana. Loving you both and a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast desperately.
Oh, that's so sweet. I honestly don't remember how I Love You Desperately started. I think that started somehow with my dad.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think I've got to ask Daddy because it started somehow, and then I started doing it with Allen, and then we started doing it on the podcast. I don't know the origin of I Love You Desperately, but I do love you desperately.
Yeah, you used to tell me that.
And I always tell my other family, I love you so good. I love you so good.
You used
I
to-
like that one
used
too.
to say it to me a lot more.
What, I love you desperately?
Yeah,
I say it every week on the podcast.
on the podcast.
Do you want me to say it in real life more?
I'm just kidding, babe. This next letter is from.
Man, you wasted a lot of ink on that. A lot of color ink. You printed out a picture.
Well, it was in the email.
I know, I'm saying that was a lot of color ink.
The ink, the toner,
Whatever.
and the printer.
Yes. That's a very colorful picture is what I'm saying.
Okay. This next letter is from Kim in Mesquite. Mesquite.
It's in Texas.
I'm familiar with Texas, God's country, and I'm familiar with Mesquite. I was just trying to think of all the things that are in Mesquite, the Mesquite Rodeo.
Yeah. There's a mall there.
There's a mall. Which one's the mall? What's the mall? name?
Is it? It's not Town East, is it?
I think
don't
it is.
remember.
I
Is it
think
Town
I
East?
think it is Town
I don't
East.
remember. Or is that in Arlington?
We don't. The
I can't
Can-Do City.
remember.
Arlington's the Can-Do City. We don't go to Mesquite very often. In fact, I'm trying to think of the last time I went to Mesquite.
I drive through Mesquite sometimes on my way to other places.
I have nothing against Mesquite.
No,
I just
nothing.
we
Just don't have a reason.
Don't have a reason to go over there. That's east of here.
I believe Jerry Hall, I think she is the most famous person to come out of Mesquite.
The madman with the mic's wife,
Who's the madman with the mic? Mick Jagger?
Mick.
He was called the madman with a mic?
The madman with the mic.
I didn't know he was called that.
Yes.
Well, yes, that would be her.
In fact, me and my dad had this conversation the other day. I just threw out to my dad, best rock band frontman of all time, Mick Jagger.
You think?
Name me another better one.
Well, you could debate
Rock band.
Steven Tyler? It's pretty good. Steven Tyler?
Steven Tyler's great, but better than
Dancing-
freaking
Showmanship?
Mick Jagger?
Showmanship? Dancing? Steven Tyler would be right up there.
And then I was thinking, well, David Lee Roth, but
Oh, he was a party,
but he was only there for a few albums, and then it was Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, but he was great. That doesn't take away from the time he was there.
But I'm talking
Showmanship. We're talking showmanship.
longevity, just stage presence, dancing.
Steven, too.
I'm going with,
I think Steven and Mick are neck and neck.
I'm going with Mick.
Mick and Steven.
Okay.
And Mick.
Anyway, sorry. This is next letter's from Kim in Mesquite. Hey, Alan, no need to read this on the podcast.
Well, here
All
you
right.
go.
Well, I love you desperately. Love our listeners desperately. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here.
Is it private?
No. I have learned, let's see. God, I'm all over the place, Kim. Sorry. Kim says, I've learned the best way to get some pictures with movement is to video and then during playback, pause and screenshot the frame that you want.
Yes.
Attached are a few pictures where I've done it this way. I learned this trying to get some beach pics with friends jumping, but it also helps when taking concert photos as well as everything since everything is moving. Hope this helps, Kim.
Yes, and that's
a good
why
tip,
we have
Kim.
this beautiful photo of a seagull. Looks like it's about to attack her.
Yeah, no, that's a good tip, Kim. That's one way of doing it. Another way I do it on the iPhone is I just take all my pictures in live. And when you press a photo on an iPhone in a live mode, it takes a short video.
Mm-hmm.
So then you just save the photo and then you edit the photo and then you can make one of the frames in that little video the key photo.
Yep, you can do that too.
So that's how I got the pictures of Kelly and Sarah jumping was I did live photos.
Y'all, my body still hurts. I'm still paying for that.
Or have a really badass camera that has a super fast shutter speed.
Well, you have a badass camera.
I do. But if you have a super fast shutter speed, then you need a lot of light.
Oh, speaking of cameras, that just triggered a thought. So our wackety marketing department, they did a really cool, like, I don't know what you call it, like an Instagram story where our photos come out of a photo booth.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool. I don't know
Yeah.
how she did it. That's why she does what she does, and I don't know. Somebody DM'd me and said, you and Alan need to get a new picture. I was like, you know what? You are right. We do. We need to get new pictures.
In our defense, we attended a photo shoot not long ago, and it was a disaster.
It was.
A disaster.
It was my fault.
Well, I'm not saying it was your fault.
It was my fault.
It was a disaster.
It was a disaster. It was my fault. For whatever reason, I had an allergic reaction to something. I don't know what it was, but my eyes were swollen, scaly. It was a disaster. And the makeup artist was giving me cold compresses. I was putting cans of soft drink cans because they're so cold, putting them on the eyes, trying to get the redness and the swelling to go down. It was a disaster. But so many people, it wasn't just us. It was the Kid Craddock Morning Show. It was
Nationally
It was
syndicated.
the 13 Taylor Swift podcast. It was so many people were there for the photo shoot. We couldn't just reschedule it because of me. And so all those pictures, I don't even know where they are, Alan.
I don't want to see them.
I've sent them to you.
Those weren't our best moments.
But I've sent them to you. Rustface sent them to you. Have you ever even gone through them? Is there anything salvageable?
I refuse to look at them.
They're not good. But you are right. We do need some new pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make that a priority after, I don't know. I got to do my roots. I got to get my roots done.
Good.
Alan's trying to get in shape, for the big double nickel birthday.
What do you mean trying to?
You've been working out. You've been on a journey.
I have. It's a slow grind, but it's going.
I could firm up some too, my jiggly parts. So maybe we will look at doing a photo shoot, maybe a little later, but maybe this year at some point. You are right. These are old pictures we're using, but they're cute.
We have friends on social media that we see. It seems like they do a photo shoot like every month. I'm not going to name names.
No, they do.
But it's like, man, you take a lot of photos. And this isn't just like iPhone. This is hair, makeup, photographer, lighting, a set.
Well, you know what?
A location.
They're not getting DMs from people saying you need new photos.
Good call.
But I don't think we really need that many photos, but we do need new ones. Okay, so there's that. We beat that. Again, I'm beating this to death. So that's on the list of things to do.
Okay. Well,
maybe that'll be your birthday present. We'll schedule a photo shoot.
That's my birthday present?
Oh, you wanted something else?
Maybe I do. You have done now 2 or 3 impressions of me.
And I've nailed it. Nailed it.
that don't paint me in a very positive light.
I am a mimic.
You're a mimic.
I'm a mimic.
You're a mimic.
I just copy what I see and hear.
No, I'm a mimic. Okay, last thing, and then we'll bring it home for Jerome. So I was telling Kelly this the other day. I think I've mentioned on the podcast before how there's an Apple playlist that I love. I listen to it all the time. It's called Happy Hour. And they're always changing it up. But for the most part, they leave most of the songs the same. But they'll put enough new stuff in there to be interesting. That's one thing I listen to a lot, and I love it. And I think some of you have even checked it out and say, hey, yeah, it is pretty good. Here's something else I found on, and this may have been there for a long time, and I just didn't know. But on Sirius XM, there's an all Metallica station now, and that's kind of niche.
There's an all Billy Joel. There's an all Elvis. There's all
Well, that's not niche, but you got to really like heavy metal to listen to all Metallica or things that Metallica likes. But one thing that I've been listening to a lot is channel, I think it's 64 or 65. It's the Morgan Wallen station.
Yeah.
So they play a lot of Morgan. Golly, I mean, say
juicy
it.
mouth.
Say it. Don't spray
Spit
it. Good
everywhere.
Lord. What am I? That's kind of. Why am I gleeking
I
on the
know,
podcast?
that was weird.
Jeez. Here, let me wipe that up.
Like spit everywhere.
Gross. So, gosh, Wacky might
I'm
be.
just glad it didn't hit me.
Wacky might be able to get that in slow motion in
I don't
video
know.
there. Anyway, the Morgan Wallen station on Sirius XM, I think it's 64 or 65. It is really good. They play if you like Morgan Wallen and country, that's awesome. But I guess his musical taste is so eclectic, like mine. They play classic rock, they play outlaw country. He had Alice in Chains on there the other day, and I like 90s grunge. Lots of different types of country that I've never heard before. Some alternative. It's just, I really have enjoyed listening to that, and I haven't taken it off of there. So I'm really digging, except when I listen to Kelly.
Of course.
Yes. I've really enjoyed that Morgan Wallen station. So check that out. But here's last story. I'm pulling up to my mom and dad's today to do a welfare check, and I have it on Morgan Wallen, and it's Hank Williams Jr. You know the song, Hank, why do you drink to get drunk? Why do you roll smoke to get stoned? Why do that is Hank Jr. So I pull up and I turn off the car, I go in, and I've got this song on my mind, and it reminded me of this story. Here's another one of my dad's stories. I don't think you've ever heard this one. So I'm going in, I'm kind of laughing to myself because I'm thinking of this story, and you may not think it's as funny as I do, but
I guarantee you I will.
so I'm like, Dad, I was just listening to the Morgan Wallen station. You got to check this out. And he was playing Hank Jr. And I just told him the same story I just told you. They got all this great music on there. He's like, oh, yeah. And I knew he's told me this story before. He goes, I've seen Hank Jr. before. And I go, oh, yeah, I remember you telling me this story. Tell me about this again. He's like, yeah. He's like, one time I was in Chicago. I was on a military assignment in Chicago. And a buddy of mine said, I got 2 tickets to see Hank Jr. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like fun. And he said, yeah, I was at this Coliseum in Chicago. And I said, wasn't Hank Jr. kind of lewd? And he said, oh, as the day is long. And I'm like, well, what happened at the concert? He said, well, one thing that was interesting is he had this, I forgot what he called her. He had this, he called her a special friend. He said he had a special friend that came on the stage, and he said, all I can remember is she had really long hair, straight hair. He said this was in the 80s, mid 80s. She looked exotic. They pull out like a lawn chair, and she just sits on the stage. And I said, okay, that's a little strange. But he said, by the end of the concert, Hank Williams was shirtless. He was banging on a tom-tom, standing on the piano, and he had a Winchester rifle, and he was shooting the rifle.
Oh, my.
He said, that's how the concert ended. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He's like, no, I saw this. Shirtless, standing on the piano with a Winchester rifle. And then he says to his fans, if you don't like Hank Jr., you can kiss my ass.
Wow.
And then he fires off some more shots with the rifle.
Wow, that's dangerous. What?
I just thought that was a wild story. Yeah.
It was a wild story.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the kind of stories my dad tells that just are they
Your
just
dad has some great stories.
they fascinate me.
You should actually record him telling a lot of those stories.
Some of the stories he tells, it's like I want to understand more.
Well, you need to record him. That
Like-
would be a really good idea.
Like the you're so rude, you're just the rudest thing. There's more to that. Hank Jr. banging on Tom Tom, shooting a rifle shirtless with this woman sitting on stage. There's more to that.
Why? Why is there more? Maybe
There's
that's all there is.
There's got to be more.
Maybe that was all there was. I'm just wondering what the lady in the chair was doing
If
this
you
whole
don't
time.
like Hank Jr., you can kiss my ass.
There you go.
And
I like a confident man.
his nickname was Bocephus. I think that's what his dad called him, Bocephus. He also said that if you don't like Bocephus, you can kiss my ass.
How many more times are you going to say that on the podcast?
What, kiss my ass?
Yeah.
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
One of our live studio audience members said that was absolutely wheels off.
Yeah. It wasn't laugh out loud funny.
No, it wasn't fun. It
You
was
said,
just,
you said you laughed.
well,
though.
I laughed just because of the way my
you
dad,
laughed the way your dad tells
the way my
story,
dad
yeah.
tells it
Yeah.
is always funny because I can just imagine him just, my dad,
Yeah.
he's in a concert
Yeah.
with a buddy and they're watching Hank Williams Jr.
Shirtless,
shirtless
shooting guns.
with a bongo.
And what does he say?
If you don't like Hank Jr.,
Yeah.
you can kiss
Yeah,
my ass.
there we go. One more for good measure. There you go.
My dad said, well, he was probably drunk or
I
high.
would imagine he had some substance abuse issues.
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
Thanks for hanging out. Vanessa, we love you desperately. Thank you for the very nice message. Kim and Mesquite, thank you for the tips on the photos. We appreciate listener feedback. If you have a question for us or you want to write us a letter, email us at podcast@kellyandallen.com.
And follow us on social media at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. We have a wonderful, lovely, wackety marketing department that's doing lots of fun stuff on there, videos and things. So follow along. I'm at Kelly Raspberry on Instagram, at Kelly Raspberry Evans on Facebook.
Are we trying to get wackety? Like, are we trying to get her hired at like Toyota or something? Or
Why?
Because I think this is like the 5th podcast in a row we've mentioned the wackety.
She's doing such a good job.
She is.
You want me to stop
And
mentioning?
no,
how good she
I
is?
don't, and I hope she does get hired at Toyota
Why
to
did
run
you-
their marketing
why did
department.
you call it out?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
starting to feel jealous that I brag on her more than I brag on you?
No, she actually brought it up.
She
goes,
doesn't like to be just.
no, she does. She said, "Wow, 4 podcasts in a row.
Wow.
Wackety marketing department's been called out."
Yeah,
she goes,
she
"I
does a
deserve."
great job.
Said, "I deserve a raise or something."
I agree.
And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.